Anti-Afro Svengalis, I have something I need to say. There are people on here who really need to get over themselves. Let me tell you something. People really need to stop crying and whining and grow up. And I'm telling you the reason why I'm recording this video. It's just beyond ridiculous. Stop crying. Stop whining. Let me tell you why I'm saying this. There are people who are completely freaked out over several things. And what do they do in response? 10-hour live streams, 7-hour live streams, 8-hour live streams, 3-hour live streams, 6-hour live streams. And guess what? The problem isn't resolved. So what do? More 6-hour live streams, more 7-hour live streams, more 6-hour. Huh? People, get over yourselves. Do you really want the issue resolved? And why am I recording this again? I'm asking again. Because people are trying to find a way to implicate innocent people who they know good and damn well are not involved. And that is dangerous. So people, you need to stop doing this. I'm specifically talking about my friend Rev G. Smoke, you need to stop. You need to stop doing what you're doing. You know good and damn well Rev G never threatened your child. And let me tell you something right now. If you think that Rev G threatened your child and he is a minor, you need to call Child Protective Services. If you do not call Child Protective Services and ask them to investigate, I'm going to talk to Rev G and I'm going to ask him to call. Because what you're doing, you're placing my friend at risk. And that is not fair. He did nothing to your child. So it is not right for you to get onto the internet and record a God knows how long live stream and make up lies on my friend. He did nothing to you. And you need to stop it. You really need to stop. And don't pretend that you don't call the cops or that you're unwilling to call the police. If you say you are concerned that someone has done something to your child, and the other person I am not going to mention, because I have a prohibition against mentioning this person's name. If someone has done something to your child, placed your child at risk, you need to call the police. Actually, here's a piece of information that some people may not know. Simply calling the police will suffice because the police are a child protective service agency. So it can be one or the other. You can also call, since we are on the internet, you can call the FBI, you can call Homeland Security, you can call the Center for Missing and Exploited Children if you think your child is being exploited on the internet. You said the picture was shown. You have options. You need to stop invoking Rev G's name into your bullshit because you know he did nothing to you. And he absolutely did nothing to your child. People are talking about, I guess somebody is sending emails. You can get to the bottom of it. If you really want to get to the bottom and find out who is sending emails, apparently people are saying that they're being harassed. And hearing people talk about it, I'm getting these clips. People are very distressed about these emails. If you really want to shut this down, you need to file a report with the FBI. I don't care what TCTV or Ghost has to say. You're being ignorant, and I'm not calling you an ignorant person, criticizing you or impugning your character. You are being ridiculous as well. You are complaining about the way you are treated, and you're telling people not to call the police. Are you serious? How the hell are we supposed to get to the bottom of this garbage if you're saying people should be canceled for calling the police if they think they are being harassed? So what? Don't call the police about these emails or whatever else, but cancel people because you're calling the police? how the hell do you resolve the issue? If 10, 20, 30 people are getting emails and 10, 20, 30 people pick up the phone or send an IC3 complaint in, don't you think they'll get to the bottom of who's sending these emails out? Yes, they will. And how do I know this? I just underwent this process myself. They have a way of seeing exactly where information originated from. Stop being ridiculous about black folks don't call the police. If you harbor this disposition, you're not interested in finding out who the hell's harassing you. It's the most ridiculous disposition I have ever heard. What are you trying to say? If somebody rapes a woman, don't call the police so the person can continue coming back raping you over and over? This is an archaic, ridiculous, destructive disposition to assume. If you want to know who's sending the stupid ass emails, report the person, contact your local authorities, contact Crime Stoppers, contact anybody. You're not going to resolve this by doing live streams. It's not going to resolve the issue. And here's the other thing. People get so upset about what's happening. All they're doing is sitting on live streams, coming up with all these theories. Oh, so-and-so did it. Oh, so-and-so did it. Oh, guess what? This person is racist. Oh, that person is racist. One of the most ridiculous things I heard the other day, I made the comment, louse-filled live stream, and people said I was attacking Asians. Give me a break. People are freaking bored. Get a freaking life, people. If you are really concerned and upset and you think you're being harassed, file a freaking police report, file a restraining order, show your asses up in court, but do this. Examine your own behavior to make sure you don't have a counter that can come against you. Because some of these people who are claiming they've been harassed and binary castaway code, I'm talking mainly about you. You have a hell of a nerve up here filing a restraining order against anybody when you are the main culprit harassing people. You sat on these attack panels laughing at people whose families were under attack, and you got a freaking nerve to file a restraining order and you think it's gonna stick. Yes, you have a legal right to file a restraining order, but I can say you have a hell of a nerve. You don't have clean hands. What judge in his right mind would grant you a restraining order knowing what the hell you have done? This shit is so messed up. People, get over yourselves. If you really want this harassment to stop and you really want to focus on constructive content, file some freaking police reports. Don't act like you don't know what a police report is. People want to sit on a live stream and make up all these lies about people. Just make up anything. 10 freaking hours on a live stream. And I'm going back to you, Smoke. You are upset because you miscalculated Rev G. You think because Rev G doesn't sit around hollering and screaming, raising his voice, that he was a pushover, that he was a wimp, that he's a softie, that he was a punk. And you miscalculated because he didn't fold, because he confronted you, because he didn't like what you said about him. But you wanted him just to accept what you stated, and when he didn't, you went off on him. And then you've been on him ever since. And now you're just going to make up some shit because a person that you defended, whose name I will not mention, you defended this person and you know this person is a liar, and you just jump up and you want to believe what he says because you still have it out for Rev G, who didn't do a damn thing to you other than to confront you because he didn't agree with what you stated about him. So again, I'm issuing you the challenge. You say you have a child who was under 18 and you say that Rev G did something to him. If that is true, you need to be calling the police and you need to be calling CPS. You shouldn't be on a live stream for 10 freaking hours making these accusations. Put some credibility behind your claims and stop this nonsense. People, this is not a model for resolving conflict. This is not going to solve a damn thing. And no, Rev G is not going to get on a freaking live stream and argue with you. You need to get the authorities involved if you say your child, who is a minor, has been threatened, has pictures been put up on the internet, and you are concerned. Make the call, or I'm going to use every ounce of influence I have with Rev G to get the authorities involved, because you need to stop doing this. This is harassment, and it is not acceptable. I want to make sure, again, instead of turning around and recording a live stream, before you record the live stream, please make the phone calls. I'm going to be leaving you phone numbers, both below in the links. You have information on the screen. There is no excuse. If you are expressing this concern about your child, you will make this call and you will reference every single person you claim is involved with placing your child at risk. That is how you handle the situation. You don't handle it by getting on a live stream for 10 hours. What if your child is listening and hears this? What is that doing? That's not helping the situation. You need to make this report. People, take note. If you are harassed, access the resources at the links and on the screen. In the meantime, you know the drill. Buyer beware.